We're at the St. Augustine Alligator Farm. It's almost feeding time. Almost feeding time. All kinds of alligators laying around here. We need to eat them some chicken. Alright, here we go. She's in the cage.
Alrighty, hello and welcome everybody out to St. Augustine Alligator Farm, and welcome to the realm of the alligator. My name is Jordan, I'm one of the keepers here, and welcome to our lagoon. So in this lagoon there are 27 American alligators. We'll try and introduce you to some, but before we do that, there are a lot of alligators in here with a lot of teeth and big mouths. We want to make sure that there's nothing hanging over the side of the enclosure. Safety is our number one priority, and we are all excited about safety, right?
Woo!
There we go, we got there in the end. So all your stuff stays your stuff. Does not come on this side, otherwise it's their stuff, right? And like toddlers, they like to see what's going on with their mouths, so therefore it really becomes their stuff. So nothing hanging on this side, nothing sitting on top of those wooden posts, nothing sitting inside of that wood lid. So all of that being said, on that side, there we go. That being said, if anything does fall inside, please let someone know and we will try and get that back. But there are no promises because, again, they like to figure out things with their mouths. And then it's theirs. So, all that being said, let us introduce you to some of our alligators here. So we have our two biggest right in front of me. We have Hunter right here, 13 feet long, 800 pounds. And then we have our longest, Bomber, at 13 and a half feet long and a little over 700 pounds. Hi, Bomber. You want to come up here, buddy? He's like, maybe. Maybe, maybe not. But very, very long animals and very impressive sizes. Some of our other males are almost reaching that size, so they are incredibly large, well above the average size for alligators everywhere else, just about. So they used to get even bigger. They could reach lengths of 40 feet long and 20,000 pounds. Not this specific species to be exact, but an ancient ancestor, one of them named Deinosuchus. Deinosuchus was an animal around 80 million years ago, that first part meaning terrible, the second part meaning crocodile, so Deinosuchus. What else was around 80 million years ago? Dinosaurs. So they were actually eating the dinosaurs. There's a lot of evidence to show that that is what they were munching on. So they had to be big to take down that prey item, right? So since then, no longer eating dinosaurs, so they don't have to maintain that large physique. Instead, they have gone back in size, which is kind of amazing that that is a smaller size than what they once were. But their prey has changed, their environment has changed. A lot has changed in 80 million years. So this is the animal that we have today. We can also talk about some of their characteristics that have maintained throughout the years, because surprisingly, there's still a lot of those. So looking at our friends right here, we can talk about Hunter. You can see all of those bumps going down his back. He's very armored looking. All of our friends out on land, you got a pretty good look at. That is exactly that. It's armored plating. That is, they can get into any sort of trouble that they want. They can go into a fight with another alligator and very minimal damage been had. There is plates of bone underneath those bumps, and that is what that plating is. So little piece of bone right underneath that really dark skin. I know I'm talking about you. Hi, buddy. So little plate of bone directly underneath that skin, allowing them to do the behavior that's going on right now. I see you. So they're sitting in direct sunlight over there, and that is called basking. So they are reptiles. They need to get that natural sunlight in order to grow their bones properly, in order to digest properly, in order to do just about everything in their life. So super important that they're able to do that, and they are not acting like lazy zoo animals. They are actively participating in that behavior of basking. So it might seem like they're not paying me any mind. Of course, he immediately looks at me because he would like to participate in the show today, but they are participating in that behavior, not really paying me much of a mind, but they are still aware. So that is very, very important for them to do. It is essential to their health. Without being able to do that, they would not be able to do anything normal in their life. Hi, buddy. So, other characteristics that these animals have, other than those osteoderms. I'm sorry, I have sand in my hair. Actually, let's talk a little bit more about osteoderms. So what is actually happening